Alright guys, I am back. Been a lot of videos made for me in the last few days, but this is by request. A very good friend of mine here on YouTube and in the ISM community by the name of Carlos Mendes. He's the man from Portugal. Among others, Alex Modeling with a Smile is also from Portugal. I was being silly. So, by request, my 1/24th scale Tasca Pz.Kpfw II In apparently perked his interest, so he would like to see the kit. So, 1/24 scale Tasca Panzer II, 2009 date, made in Japan, which is interesting. Not a whole lot on the box, just showing one Panzer Grau paint scheme. I think they do a DAK version of this vehicle as well. And guys, if you have never seen one of these kits, you are in for a treat. This thing is unique. It's very unique. So let's open it up and take a look inside the box. So we have spruage. And you'll notice they're stapled just like Tamiya's. Maybe that's because they're Japanese. So, nice parts. Turret ring, top part of the hull. You can look at the size of these things. Of course, you understand this is a 24th scale kit. So, you want to look at the detail. It's really nice. Super nice. So there's the first sprue. Next sprue, we have the side plates and the lower bottom hull, and they are stunning. Take a look at the detail. You can see how big these are in relation to my hand. And remember, this is a 24th scale vehicle. Rear hull plate. Really nice. There we go. Catches the light better. Look at the bottom hull and the super nice rivet detail. And have you seen any flash? I think not. Next sprue. Running gear. The drive sprocket and road wheels and idler and return rollers. Look at the detail on the drive sprocket. Tell me that's not absolutely beautiful. Idler. This is first rate, guys. It really is. And be large. Look at the final drive housing. Super nice. Super nice. Next sprue. Suspension. Suspension arms. Leaf springs. You guys can see this. Wonderful, wonderful kit. Enlarged detail. Alright. The next sprue. Upper hull parts. It's the top hull. Once again, look at the detail, guys. I'm sorry for the glare off the plastic. I really don't have a lot of control over that, so. Look at the anti-skid texture on those two fender ends. Super nice. You can see how big the pioneering tools are in relation to my hand and compared to a 35th scale vehicle. I've got another nice little comparison I'm going to do for you here in just a bit. It's really nicely molded, great detail, super kit. Look at the fire extinguisher. How detailed that is in 24th scale. It's impressive. Alright, next sprue. Fenders with anti-skid plating. Not on both sides though, like Dragon does. So, here are the fenders. No complaints there, guys. Turret top. Top of the turret. Almost so big it almost looks like a Panzer IV's in 35th scale. Look at that. Super nice bolt detail. I'm going to set that aside. Clear parts. It's got quite a few. There's some polycaps in here too. Their polycaps are clear, but there's some periscopes and vision blocks in this sprue, which you don't get with most 1/35 scale armor kits. So, and we have a photo etch fret and the decal sheet. Decal sheet's pretty basic. You have a few Balkenkreuzes. I'm not sure the divisional units. That looks like maybe it's a Kursk emblem. I'll look inside the instruction sheet here in just a bit. So they include some nice photo etch. And, you know, in 1/24 scale, guys, the photo etch is not that bad. So there's a muffler, shroud, probably some types of tie-down straps or some kind of bracket that's in photo etch. Not a whole lot of photo etch, so that's not going to drive you crazy. And I wanted to save these for last. This is the coolest part of the kit. Now, you're seeing these Indy track links, and I'm hearing groans in the background. But guys, these are not your usual individual track links. First and foremost, they do not require any, and I mean any, cleanup. You will notice there are no ejection marks on these. Let me flip them over. No ejector pin marks anywhere in these links. So you simply cut them from the sprue, and then you use these wonderful metal pins they included. And it's my understanding there is no glue. It's a friction fit. So these track links were made to such a high degree of accuracy in terms of dimensional level. The dimensions are so good that these track pins fit with friction, and no glue is used in the assembly of the tracks. It is absolutely amazing how they could do that. I hope and pray that they come out with some other 1/24 scale kits besides just the Panzer II and the motorcycle, that zoomed out motorcycle that I sent Cohen. If you guys haven't seen that, you should. Now, I do want to take a look briefly at the instruction sheet. So this is almost entirely in Japanese, except for this portion in English here, which covers a brief history of the vehicle. Very brief, I might add. So this is not stapled at the end. This is very similar to many of the Tamiya instruction sheets. And it begins, as we all expect, with the construction of the lower hull and the running gear. So drive sprockets, moving right on to the hull is all in multiple pieces, so that will be quite good detail. Suspension assembly, rear panel parts. So how many steps are there? Let's see. There are a total of, oops, sorry for bumping the camera. More than I thought. A total of 23 steps. But you know, these sub-assembly parts are not that, they don't appear to be at least that difficult. So as you go through the build, you progress much like many of the armor kit manufacturers have their instructions. I don't see any surprises here. I think you would agree these are easy to read and understand. There does not appear to be a sprue map. I'm not going to go through these step by step. There's no sprue map that I'm seeing at all. So there's no sprue map. But the instructions are very Tamiya-esque in terms of the quality of the illustration and how easy they are to follow. Well, I mean, here, don't take my word for it. You know, for example, you guys can see this. I think that's very easy to follow. Parts are clearly marked. Now, in terms of color and painting, there's a separate sheet here for the painting and marking guide. Here we go. And it is in black and white. It's not printed in color. And it's calling out to me a color, which is interesting. So you can see that XF63, that's Panzer Gray, or German Gray. So they're calling out one scheme. This is the 116th Panzerabteilung 16 Infantry Division, 16th Infantry Division, excuse me, summer 1942, Southern Russia. An additional scheme. So this is the 11th Panzer Regiment of the 6th Panzer Division at Kursk, 1943, and that's a Dunkelgelb and Olive Grün mix. the mottled or striped camo scheme over the Dunkelgelb base. So they give us two options for vehicles. Now, I wanted to show you one other thing, just to give you an idea about how big this little guy is. That's kind of a misnomer, big little guy. And to do a size comparison, I'm going to grab the sprue that has the side hull plates and the bottom hull plates. So this is what I'm talking about, all right? So you can see this. Now, what I'm grabbing now in my left hand is the T55 build, which, by the way, I did quite a bit today. So look how large in comparison my T55 is to this Panzer II hull side plate. Holy crap, that's a big frickin' side plate. So this thing is going to build up to be about the size of a King Tiger or a Tiger, because this T55 is not a small tank, all things considered. So anyways, that pretty much wrapped up the review. Carlos, my buddy, I hope you enjoyed the review. If you guys have the opportunity to get one of these, please do so. If you are patient and you look on eBay, these things can be had pretty affordably. I bought this kit for $68, and I believe that was shipped. I think it was free shipping on that deal. So just be patient and look around. I definitely recommend the kit. It's not for everybody. I understand that it's going to be pricey for some people, but if you can certainly get one, it is a beauty of a kit. It's a gem. So that's it for me, guys. I'm signing off tonight. Have a good night.